Hello everyone, my name is Luisa Jimenez, and for my controversial figure, I chose Betty Friedan. A controversial American figure that needs acknowledgement is an American feminist and writer Betty Friedan. In today's video, we will explore Betty Friedan's personal life, distinguish her notable contribution that marks her historical significance in society, and reevaluate her legacy in the 21st century. Betty Friedan's contribution to feminist movements through the 1960s and 70s has led towards the march for gender rights at its time given, and so continues to this day and time. On February 4th, 1921, in Peoria, Illinois, Betty Friedan was born. She attended Smith College, a well-respected college for women, where she received an honorary bachelor's degree in psychology. Betty Friedan's first activism role can be traced back to her senior year of college, where she then became editor of her school's newspaper and was seen as a radical editor as she went on to publish controversial political topics. In the mid-1940s, Betty worked as a reporter for the labor union, to which she gained interest in the drive for feminism and the inequality African Americans and the Jewish faced daily. After her contribution to the union, Betty joined millions of women during that era who became housewives. As she got married to Carl Friedan and later went on to have children, this, however, did not sit well with Betty, as she sought her purpose to be bigger than that of a housewife, as she had a degree. She believed she could do better. Betty, however, wanting to have a higher purpose than of being a housewife, felt guilty in partially abandoning her household duties to pursue a job and embark her career. That led to one of her famous works, researching the guilt feeling of married mothers in career fields, especially amongst those women with college degrees. She sent out a survey to nearly 200 women who had graduated as well from Smith College, surveying questions regarding their job, feelings, household duties, and much more to test whether her feelings of wanting to pursue her career were followed by guilt amongst other women as well. Through her testing, she observed she was not alone in the battle of her guilt on wanting a career, and observed it to be a trend amongst most American women with degrees. Betty then went on to publish her first book that was a compiled work of her findings in 1963. The Feminine Mystique, which embarked the progression of feminism for generations to come. Betty's book became popular and well acknowledged as women suffrage began to extend, and many saw how women who stayed home had the right as well to pursue their dreams just as any man could. Betty later went on to be a feminist activist who, along with fellow feminists, found an organization to aid females known as National Organizations for Women (NOW), and Betty was elected president. NOW campaigned for employment equality rights. It improved child care services, accessible and lawful abortions, as well as the approval for the Equal Rights Amendment, along with the popular women's strike in 1970. Betty is one of the most respectful and respected well-known women who led the fight for women's right to what we have in today's era. Although she is critiqued in today's century, as her work was only aimed it was only aimed like at white, middle, and high class women in a higher level that excluded minorities and women in poverty. Although that can be seen as a product of her times, her work has become known less into the 21st century, as the fight that she fights only aimed towards a certain target. And her contribution, although great, was accompanied by other great women. Overall, Betty should be remembered as a noble contributor along with other feminist idols we hold today, as her contribution to the feminist movement paved the way for future generations to continue the match. Thank you, and my sources are down below. I got some from National Women's History Museum by Deborah, as well as A&E Network's television, Encyclopedia Britannica, again, A&E Television Networks, and Women's and the American Story. Thank you for your time.